Hey everybody, this is Daniel, and welcome to Northwest Mall in Houston, Texas. The Northwest Mall is scheduled to close its doors on March 31st. At that point, only 2 stores will remain open. Right here is where the Old Navy used to be. After that, it became a Melrose before it finally shut its doors for good. Okay, here is the main entrance to the Old Navy / Melrose. Nothing left. Okay, now this posh here used to be an underground by Journeys. Now it's basically a place where little girls can come and have birthday parties and things of that nature. But I've only seen them open one time since I've ever been coming to this location. There's still a few mall walkers that come in. All the stores are having their closing out sales, especially Image over there. They're almost completely gone. Got the old Bath and Body Works over there. This was a shoe store, I believe. No, it was a uniform store. Sorry. And we're coming up to the food court here. The old Foot Locker, that was open the last time I came to this location. And here we are at the food court, which is the center of the mall. This stage back in the 90s used to be a very extravagant water fountain, but that shut down years ago. There's only a few locations left open in the food court. Not going to walk through there at the moment. There's a lot of people eating. Now, this Palais Royal is one of the locations that's going to remain open because you can access it from the outside of the building. So they are going to remain open. And there's one other location in the mall that's going to remain open, and we'll get to that one later. We just came from the North Wing, formerly the JCPenney's wing, and we're about to head into the Macy's wing next, but Macy's is no longer there. It's the old Cricket store. Now they basically use it as a display spot for their kiosks, almost all of which are also closed down. The Macy's wing is pretty much all but closed completely. That All Shoes $9.99 store is almost completely empty. The jewelry store just closed. We had an adult store here and another jewelry store in this location. They're all gone. Where I was standing is where jewelry and belt buckle kiosks used to be. Those are all gone. Go ahead and take a look inside the shoe store. We'll do it from a distance here. Yeah, as you can see, everything they have is just what's left on the back wall. And then we have the old Journeys location. Got some empty display cases. The mall itself is not very big, but during the 90s it was quite a busy place. Used to come here all the time with my parents when I was a kid. We got this store shutting down. They already took their sign off the wall there. They still have some merchandise left in it though. See, store closing. You see those signs everywhere. Now this was something I always thought was interesting. After the original store, which was a Zales, closed back in, I want to say, the early 2000s, this moved into this spot, the Southern Apache Museum. It's never been open a single day I've come here, but it just seems like it's an interesting idea, trying to preserve that Native American history. Another empty kiosk here. You got a Patricia's here. And this is what's left of the Macy's wing. I am whispering because it is so quiet on this side of the mall right now. It's ridiculous. You got this Spanish sports store here that's been here forever. And there's still one store down that corridor there. It's a nail salon. And then you got these wonderful skylights. The entire center of the roof is domed into a skylight. And that's where Macy's used to be. But all the main stores are closed down here. We had the CHCP down here at one point, but they are also no longer in that location. But they still left their art on the door, which is kind of neat. But, yep, pretty much this entire wing's gone. All that's left is that dress boutique down there at the end, Crystalina's, and it's also closing. Everybody has until the 31st to sell as much as they can before the mall completely closes its doors. Now, when this Macy's originally closed, it was originally only closed for renovations, but they ended up never reopening it. The wall you see in front of me isn't even a collapsible wall, it's a permanent wall that they put in this place. But here's the cool thing, the Macy's closed way back in 1999, and there's one remnant left, and I just think this is so cool. You still have a Valentine's Day advertisement from way back then. Alright, and here we are looking back towards the food court area. And check out that clock up there. That clock has always kept good time. It's never been able to switch itself to daylight savings time, so it's actually an hour behind. But other than that, the time's perfect. It's going to be kind of sad to see them all go. A good part of my childhood was spent here going to the toy store that used to be in this mall. One thing I will say is whoever takes care of the plants, they've been doing a really good job taking care of the plants, because these are not fake plants. These are real plants, and someone's still taking good care of these things. They're not all dead, dying, or droopy or anything of that nature. And then you had a National Screening Center here, which is also closed. All these locations that you see are closed are not going to be reopening before the 31st. They are closed permanently at this point. Here we are coming back into the north wing. This is the one that still has the majority of its business that's still open, but all of them except for one have their store closing signs out. Okay, now the last store we're coming into, and this is where I'm going to end this video, is the Antique Center of Texas. It's inside the old JCPenney's. The JCPenney's closed years and years ago. And the Antique Center used to have another location, but they expanded a freeway and had to tear it down, so they moved into here. This is the only other location other than Palais Royal that's going to remain open after the rest of the mall closes. Now, from the information I've been able to gather, it's unclear whether or not the inside of the mall is still going to be open to mall walkers, or if you are simply just only going to be able to access Palais Royal and the Antique Center from the outside of the building. But we will see. At least this fountain still works. And that ballet place over there, that's where the toy store used to be. That was KB Toys back in the day. Anybody else remember KB Toys? But anyways, guys, thanks for joining me on this little adventure. Everybody have a good day, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye.